Since the 1930s, car manufacturing at Ford's Dagenham car plant had been a major employer in the local community. In the summer of 1968, the women making the seats for Ford's car production line learned that their pay had been downgraded to unskilled. Paid much less than their male colleagues and ignored by management and the union, they decided for the first time to stage an immediate walkout in protest. Quickly gathering the support of women up and down the country, the strike soon gained media attention.
You're still staying out?
Yeah.
You're not going back at all?
No. We are on strike.
All of you?
All of us. All the machinists, anyway.
So
yes.
No car seat covers for Fords?
No, not from us, anyway.
Prepared to stay there till we get it. Yes. Women don't make a habit of coming out on strike for nothing.
As production ground to a halt, Prime Minister Harold Wilson intervened, asking Secretary of State for Employment Barbara Castle to resolve the dispute. With her support, and through the strength and determination of the women, a deal was struck with Ford that would lead to the Equal Pay Act of 1970 and secure their place in history for standing up for what they believed in.
To celebrate, they let us have the canteen and we had a party.
I don't remember much of that.
No, I don't remember you didn't, no.
The women's story was the inspiration for the hit film Made in Dagenham.
I only discovered through listening to a radio show, they were talking about a momentous occasion when they had helped create equal pay for women.
Women get paid less than men no matter what skill they got, which is why from now on, we got to demand a level playing field and rates of pay which reflect the job you do, not whether you've got a dick or not. Equal pay or nothing. Yes. Yeah. All those in favour? Yes. Everybody, out.
How incredible that nobody really made a film about that optimism and that sort of selfless, I suppose now you call it multitasking, but at the time it was just called getting on, coping.
When we were watching the film in its final version, Steve and I once had this conversation saying, God, you almost feel as though it might be even better suited to a musical than a film, and I think there were certain sequences in it, like when you first see the women in the factory in the morning, you could just imagine them bursting into song and you could sort of feel the scene lending itself to some fantastic choreography.
And I came out of the show and I remember thinking, Made in Dagenham would make a great musical. And I love the idea that this is a kind of feel of an ensemble, you know, it's a sort of David and Goliath story, but there are loads of Davids and Davinas. And I phoned up Steve and I said, I think Made in Dagenham would make a great musical. And he said, well, it's funny you should say that because I've already started talking to some people about making that happen. I said, well, if you do make it happen, I'd love to have a go at the music.
Go, go, go! We're not entirely unfurled, look!
I know the feeling.
Come look, boys.
With theatre producers, Stage Entertainment leading development of the musical, international stage and film actress Gemma Arterton was cast in the lead role.
She's a star, and there's a reason these people are stars. It's because she commands a stage. She's got this fantastic presence. She's got a work ethic that's unbelievable. I love her because she gets laughs where there aren't laughs. So she's so you always, as a writer, you know, you think, oh, thank goodness, so good, God bless you. You know, you've just given us some free laugh, you give us some free comedy, which wasn't there. And sometimes they can turn a lyric or a line and give it something that just give it a bump.
We are made in Dagenham. It is funny and life-affirming, and it, I hope, puts the art form back on the map as a place where you can just tell stories in song. Yes, you may not know all the songs before you go in, but I guarantee you'll be singing most of them when you come out. It's got the best, ballsiest, most vibrant, engaging, dirty, soulful bunch of men and women in the cast, and we've had fun every single second of making it, and I think that transmits itself on the stage.
Made in Dagenham is the incredible, uplifting, true story of how a brave group of ladies turned the tables and paved the way for a global change in pay equality. It's the story of the Essex girls who changed the world.